be intentional, and that is why you need to speak life into the situation, and believe with everything in the situation. Sometimes it might not turn out the way you want to, but trust me, even in those times, when it doesn't turn out the way that you're hoping, it turns out to be something even better than you could have imagined. Welcome back to another episode of Insights with Vinny Mac. My name is Vince, aka Vinny Mac, and thank you for joining me for another insight. Today we want to speak about the power of intention. Making that decision, seeing something that you really want to achieve, deciding, committing to have it, and then having that determination to really push through and to get that which you're really after. See, that is one of the ways we overcome obstacles in our lives, overcome challenges in our way. Most people tend to face off against obstacles and challenges, and they just seem to get past it very easily. And some of us are baffled. We're saying how did that person get past this obstacle so easily? Did they throw money at the problem? Did they have someone else tackle the problem on their behalf? It comes down to the power of intention, the power of you deciding what you want to do and then going and pushing yourself through to achieving that which you already have decided that you are going to attain. So by watching this particular insight today, not only will you get the equipping and the understanding behind the power of intention, but you're going to be able to apply it to your life. And I'm going to be sharing with you biblical principles as it ties in from a biblical point of view, as well as from a coaching point of view, so that you can get a clear perspective as to how this is available and how you can use this on a practical level as well. And again, I'm going to share with you a little small testimony as well about using the power of intention. I just used it today as well, so I'll be sharing a bit about that as well. So stay tuned for that, because like I said, there is phenomenal power behind being intentional, behind making that decision and then pushing through to get to the actual goal. So if you haven't yet by now, please do subscribe to the channel, like the content, drop me your comments. I love hearing from you, I love reading your comments, and I love getting back to everyone with regards to the comments that they provide. I do provide you with feedback in terms of the comment that you have provided to me, so thank you very, very much for that. I really do appreciate all of that. Okay, like I said, we're speaking about the power of intention today. We're speaking about the difference maker in terms of challenges that you're facing and how you can use this particular power to really propel yourself forward. In the Bible, we find the story of Jacob. Now, Jacob, going back, and I'm not gonna go back too far back on his story, but he was called the deceiver, and for various reasons as well. If you understand why he was called the deceiver, or why he was referred to as the deceiver, you're going to need to go back and start reading the Bible a bit, because that is where that principle comes from. Now, where I'm picking up the story is where Jacob was basically traveling across the land. He sent his family across the river, and he stayed on the other side of the river alone. And while he was on the other side of the river in the evening, an angel of the Lord came and wrestled with him. Now, this is where the power of intention really comes to the fore. You see, while they were wrestling, the angel saw that he wasn't going to overpower Jacob, because Jacob already made up his mind that he's not going to lose this fight, and he's going to do whatever it takes to win this particular battle, because he understood that he was actually wrestling with God in that sense. So he was determined and committed to win that particular battle. So what did the angel end up doing? He ended up injuring Jacob's socket. And the Bible says ever since that night of the wrestling with the angel, Jacob walked with a limp. But now what I love about that particular story is, even though the angel damaged his socket, even though he was in severe pain, he still wouldn't let go of the angel. He still refused to let go. And the angel even said to him afterwards, "Listen, you have to let me go now, because it's almost dawn and I need to get going." And Jacob said, I won't let you go until you give me a blessing. And that is where the power of intention really comes through, having that determination, pushing through until you get that actual breakthrough that you are looking for. Most people always ask, how long should I believe? How long should I trust? How long should I try this? You carry on until the breakthrough happens. You see, we get caught up in this world where we live in a microwave world. I like to call it a microwave world, where we pop in our wishes into the microwave, and then ping, after 60 seconds, wish must be granted. And if the wish is not granted after 60 seconds, then you say, well, this principle doesn't work. We need to break away from that instant gratitude mentality that we have developed. especially in the last 20 years, because it's become very, very prevalent over the last 20 years, where we expect instant outcomes. You send a mail and then you expect a return right now. You're sending messages via your messenger services, and when you see the other person read the message, you expect an instant answer. You don't anticipate or want to put yourself in the position of thinking that that person might actually be busy. They might have seen your message, but they might be busy and they can't respond right now. And there's this great lack of impatience, and that is why people don't truly experience the true power behind this particular power of intention, about being intentional, about going after what you really want in life. And a lot of people are missing out. That is why there are only like such a few people living that kind of life that most people aspire to live, because these few people understand the power of intentions. They understand the power of being intentional, of going after what they want to. It's not just about talent and about special breaks and luck. It is about making that decision. It's about being committed. It's about pushing yourself no matter what comes your way, no matter what you face, no matter what the challenges are saying. It's about pushing yourself, being so intentional that even though you're in severe pain, like Jacob was in severe pain, dislocating your hip socket, you can just imagine how painful that is. But he was so intentional, he was so focused on the battle, he wasn't going to let it go until he got a blessing out of it. And the Bible says that God is blessing, The angel told him, from now on forth you will no longer be known as Jacob the deceiver, you'll be known as Israel, the father of nations. So make a decision on what it is that you're looking for, and then push yourself, regardless of any circumstances that you might see. And this ties in with a little testimony that I have for what happened with me today. You see, I took my vehicle through a vehicle testing system today to get roadworthy documents, because I needed it for another venture that I'm busy with. And as my car was going through the roadworthy test, I was standing with another gentleman whose car was also just in the line behind mine. And while they were doing the test, my brake light, my rear light wasn't working, my tail lights. I stood there and I looked at it. And this guy started laughing and he said, "Oh, they're going to fail you. I know this particular guy. He's so full of difficulties. He won't let your car go through the test because of that one rear light. That's faulty." But you see, I already made the intention that I'm getting my papers, my roadworthy test papers today. And I already paid for my test roadworthy papers. So I was intentional, I was deliberate, I was focused. I couldn't care less what this guy was saying. I just smiled him off. But I kept telling myself, you know what, I'm getting my papers today. I am getting my papers today, no matter what the situation. That guy called me and said, "Listen, your front indicator, there's a problem with the indicator. It's not shining the correct color because it's supposed to be shining yellow, and mine is shining white. The one is shining yellow and the other one is shining white, because I had a bit of a fender bender as well that affected the lights." And even in spite of that, even in spite of all these challenges, I just said, you know what, I'm getting my paperwork today. I'm getting this roadworthy certificates, because there is something very important that I want to get to busy with, and I need these papers in order to get to that as well. After half an hour, I got my papers, my car is roadworthy, and I was on my merry way. You see, if I had to listen to someone else, this is negativity harping on me in light of a clear and apparent problem that is in my way, that is visible, and I would have faltered my progress right there if I had to look at the circumstances and challenges in my way. But I didn't. I was intentional, I was committed, and I kept speaking into life. I kept believing that I'm having my breakthrough. That is what I want to encourage you with today. Don't look at challenges, don't look at situations and feel despondent. We all face challenges. We all face situations that, makes us feel like it's out of our control. But that is where you need to be intentional, and that is where you need to speak into life. Speak life into the situation and believe with everything in the situation. Sometimes it might not turn out the way you want to, but trust me, even in those times, when it doesn't turn out the way that you're hoping, it turns out to be something even better than you could have imagined. So, be intentional, push yourself until the breakthrough comes, and don't stop until you get the breakthrough. Let us break away from this instant gratification civilization that we got caught up in. Okay. I hope that you're getting value from this particular insight. I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear your feedback, and I would love to hear from you when you are actually trying these principles. Are you trying them? Are they working? How's it going for you? Please drop me your feedback with regards to that, and do subscribe to my channel so that we can show YouTube that it is important to provide godly inspired inspiration to people, helping uplift their mindsets, their thinking, taking them to new levels. So for now, this is Vinnie Mac saying, change your thinking, change your world.